This is MDENT313, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Listen, it was all type of craziness and wildness going on at that PBC card, right? I mean that the zone card. Excuse me. Apologize. Well, Tereance Crawford pulled up on Teofimo Lopez after Teofimo Lopez been talking crazy about Tereance Crawford. Tereance Crawford put his finger in his face. He mushed him and told him he don't want none of these problems. Long story short, just to keep it PG-13 for YouTube, if you know what I mean. And right after he did that, Tereance Crawford pretty much turned his back to Teofimo Lopez as if he wasn't a threat. And Teofimo Lopez pretended like he wanted to get at Tereance Crawford. It was a few guys holding him back, but he wasn't really trying too hard to get at Tereance Crawford. And right after Tereance Crawford did that, he pulled up on Canelo Alvarez, looking for all the smoke. And the funny thing is, a lot of people think I'm crazy when I say Tereance Crawford got the perfect recipe to not only beat Canelo Alvarez, but I personally think he can knock out Canelo Alvarez. I know it sounds crazy because Canelo Alvarez never been down before, but Tereance Crawford can duplicate everything that Floyd Mayweather did, as well as Dimitri Bivol. The difference with Bivol was he really wasn't fighting Canelo in a phone booth and slipping punches. The way Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo when he first fought him, that's the perfect way to fight him. If Floyd Mayweather hands wasn't brittle and he had more power, like moving up in weight as he did at the lower divisions, he would have stopped Canelo. But Tereance Crawford has the punching power, the reflexes, the quickness, the hand speed, the foot speed, and the fighting style and the counter punching ability to knock out Canelo Alvarez. Listen, it's funny to think that even though Tereance Crawford is 3 years older than Canelo Alvarez, he's a lot more fresher than Canelo Alvarez is, right? Sorry about that. He's a lot more fresher than Canelo Alvarez. And the funny thing is, right, neither guy has really been in any wars, right? Like, Canelo has had more 50-50 fights, but the thing is, the guys that he had those 50-50 fights with, like Triple G, like the Erislandy Laura, I mean, even to me, the Miguel Cotto fight was kind of close. Those fights, if that was Tereance Crawford, would have clearly separated himself. Not to say that he would have knocked all those guys out, but he would have clearly outboxed those guys. And those guys are phenomenal fighters, don't get me wrong. But Canelo Alvarez, even though Tereance Crawford is stationary, has become stationary as he moved up in weight to really get his respect, Canelo Alvarez have too many stamina problems in the late rounds. And you could get away with that when you're fighting bigger guys and you're smaller than the bigger guys, but you have enough punching power to keep them honest. That particular tactic is not going to work with a smaller, faster guy who's constantly hitting you and can get out the way and who can set you up with counter punches. I mean, you would clearly get outboxed. So just being too stationary and being able to rest when your stamina problems tend to kick in, that's going to be a problem. And then when it comes to clinching, is Canelo really stronger than Tereance Crawford in the clinch? So even clinching Tereance Crawford may not be a good idea. Both of these guys are phenomenal body punchers, great counter punchers, good defense, but Canelo, he gas out. And all Tereance Crawford, not all, but one of the main things that Tereance Crawford has to do is avoid getting hit with the big punch in the first 4 to 5 rounds. And I think he will cruise to a boxing decision. He'll get Canelo Alvarez out of character, and he'll eventually knock out and stop Canelo Alvarez. A lot of people may think I'm crazy, but I'll be willing to bet a couple dollars on that. But listen, let me know what you guys think about Tereance Crawford pulling up on Teofimo Lopez and putting him in his place like grown men do and getting at him. He never really got at Teofimo Lopez in the media. He got at that man face to face like grown men supposed to get at grown men. I liked every bit of it. I liked how he called out Canelo Alvarez. Shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh for trying to make these great fights happen. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Peace.